Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Relik, welcome to Wave Ninja. Today is Friday, which means it's Freebie Friday, which means I'm gonna be giving you guys some free plugins that I recommend, that I fuck with, that I think you guys should fuck with. And this time is going to be based around guitar VSTs, like actual guitar instruments, not like guitar effects. I do plan on doing a lot of videos focused around guitars at a later point though, so if you guys are interested in guitar effects, definitely let me know down in the comments and I'll definitely get around to doing that. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm gonna be showing examples of every single one, and obviously I will have the links in the descriptions so you can download every single one at their designated website. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So the number 5 on this list is called Spitfire Labs Peel Guitar, and I'm not sure if you guys know, but I actually did a video based around the Spitfire Labs soft piano, and I personally think it's one of the best free piano VSTs that you can download at the moment. But the Peel guitar is no exception to that rule. It sounds really good in the mix. My one gripe about it is that it sounds a little bit dark, but depending on your style and the context of the track, it can sound really good layered with other stuff that might be brighter. And in my personal opinion, I definitely still think that it deserves to make the top 5 on this list. Number 4 is actually kind of surprising, and that is the Kontakt Library guitars. And those actually sound pretty good, especially the nylon one and the jazz guitar, which is actually what I use for this example. And personally, I think it's definitely worth downloading the Kontakt Library along with the Native Instruments Complete Start, I think is what it's called, where they have a bunch of free plugins that you can download that are not guitar related at all, but they sound really good. And again, the biggest drawback with this one, I would have to say, is that it also sounds pretty dark compared to the other ones, but it still is definitely worth downloading, and I think you guys should check it out. Number 3 is actually another Kontakt sample library, and it's made by this guy Pettinhouse, or it might be a company, I'm not too sure. But he has a bunch of free downloads on his website, and personally I think all of them sound really good. I use the acoustic guitar definitely the most of all of them, but they also have electric guitar, and I think they also have some rock guitars that are like distorted and stuff, and I think all of them sound really good, especially in a mix. The biggest drawback on this one is actually opposite from the other ones, and that it is too thin in a mix on its own, in my opinion. It sounds really good, and it actually is really bright, especially in the high end, and I think that sounds good. But personally, I wouldn't just have it as it is, or I would definitely throw some reverb or EQ it or something along those lines, but still definitely worth picking up. The next one is actually called DSK Guitars, and DSK is actually known for a lot of their free plugins and free sample libraries. The interface isn't exactly the best, but what's great about it is it has 3 different options in it, which is I think nylon guitar, acoustic guitar, and steel guitar, and they all sound really good. I don't think it makes the number 1 spot, but it's definitely worth downloading. And the number 1 spot for the best free guitar VST is actually Ample Guitar M2 Lite. And if you guys have seen my top 5 free VST plugins, I actually have it in that, even though it's actually a sample library and not a synth. But personally, I think this sounds the best of all of them, and it gives you the most versatility, I think, because you can do leads, you can change the strumming, and actually choose how you want it to strum. And you can do some other really cool stuff like stereo widening and like double tracking, essentially. And it sounds really good and super natural, because you can also add sweeps and other small nuances that makes it sound super realistic in the mix. Also, shout out to them for reaching out to me on Twitter when I made the first video about them. Personally, I think they're a really good company, and I definitely think you should check out their other plugins because they actually have a couple other free ones, including a bass guitar and some other ones that are definitely worth checking out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the top 5. Hope you guys got at least a couple good suggestions out of this. Let me know what other ones you want to see in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.